Tony, first of all, how's Jordan Lane, please? What's the latest on him?
Yeah, he's fine. He took a knock right late at the back end of that game, as most of us saw who were here, and he was knocked out, but he's fine. They took him off on a stretcher, and they went through all the protocols to make sure he was okay. Not long after we got back in the changing rooms, he was off the stretcher and sitting in the changing room with everybody. So he's fine. But once it gets to a certain criteria, they have to go through with the whole process. I thought it was very wisely handled by the officials, that it was going to be a lengthy process to put Jordan on the spinal carrier, and the game finished with 4 minutes or 3.5 minutes to go, and I thought it was very smart, from Chris Kendall there. So handled very well, but he's fine.
That's good to hear. Was it friendly fire? Forgive me if I'm wrong there, but from the stands it looked like it was.
Yes and no. He had heavy contact with an opposition player and some from his own. I'm not sure which one did the most damage, but probably a little bit from both.
What are your overall assessments of the game today? I know the results are relevant, but with the ball, without the ball, how did you see it?
Yeah, pleasing. It's encouraging in terms of some good combinations, and I think we showed some nice combinations with each other, and that we got a bit of strike power in different areas to probably what we have done in the past. Encouraging. It was there for everybody to see. I think early on in the game when we ran in 3 tries fairly in swift time, and the worst thing that could have been for us is for that match to continue on in that way, and we were probably fortunate to turn over the ball and the opposition get some 6 agains, which were right as well, and not complaining about that. There were a lot of ruck infringements by ourselves, and we need to learn from that and by that. But I'm really pleased that there was a lot of defence to be had for us. We needed it. We needed to practice it. We needed to get good at it. We were pretty good at it for long periods of time, but there was still some areas that we need to, we still allowed them to score a few too many. So some work to do. But then when the young guys come on and for the second half, it was really encouraging as well. I like that we've got some more depth within our squad already with the young guys who come on, and it makes it a bit more encouraging for me as a coach to know that they can come on and handle the situations that they were in as well.
See, with the ball, some really good stuff, especially power-wise. I know the crowd were excited every time Big Frank touched the ball, and he got over, but Herman as well, and Jaden, and the current players like Fash and Jack Brown as well, they seem to be really good mix in your forward pack there.
I agree. Most of the new boys only played half a game, and some of the big boys, but Frank and I discussed it. He wanted to play in periods for the whole match. So he did a really long stint just after half time, which was great. It was a way of getting match fitness for Frank, rather than just running up and down the side of the pitch and up and down pitches to get himself fit. He wanted to play the match, and I thought he showed a lot of what he's capable of. There's areas he needs to work on, just like all of us, but the rest of the team as well. But for the other boys, Big Herman, I think, punched out 40 minutes, and then that was him done, and same for Liggy, and same for Carlos, and same for Suddy. So there was a lot of them that got a good 40 minutes under their belt, and they'll get a longer hit out next game.
Defensively, you said there's some bits you still want to work on there. Can we elaborate a little bit on that? Is it initial control? Because I know I said to you last week, discipline, but that comes on the back of not getting the control right.
Yeah, I thought some of our contact was okay, but we still had a bit of, I think, adding players and numbers in a little late into the tackle, and as they're on the way down rather than, being part of the tackle. And it looks like they're adding weight to the situation and to the tackle. That I think was the main discrepancy from us. It's different. The interpretations are different, and we've got to make some adjustments. So we'll go and look at them, and we'll have some discussions about it. And I thought the officiating was fine, very good tonight. It's us who have to make the adjustments. I don't think any of us should be making complaints about the ruck area. We want that area to be cleaned up, and we've got to play our part in it too. So we'll go and have a look at what we're doing wrong and make the appropriate adjustments.
So there's a little bit of fine-tuning, is that the way? Just a little bit of fine-tuning?
Yeah, and probably understanding exactly what we're allowed to do and not to do, and then putting it into action. I think, it's hard to change habits immediately. However, we need to do it very quickly. We need to make those adjustments. With the problem is sometimes when you make as many substitutions as I did there tonight in terms of putting almost a new team on, I think the young guys who came on committed some of the same problems that were committed earlier by the older guys or the more the starting team. So I think we duplicated a few of our errors and our penalties and our 6 against. So we just need to get on top of that.
3 more new signings that we didn't mention there. Neil Brown, Jack Ashworth and Liam Tyndall all got the first run outs for the club today.
Yeah.
Some promising 2 tries for Tyndall. Jack Ashworth got through a big stick.
Yeah.
Nice break. Morgan Smith too as well. So try for Morgan Smith and Neil Brown. So there's some good stuff to go out there.
I agree. I thought all our new boys showed why they're here. I thought they were all, very positive for us and added. I think they put on display what they're capable of, and I think all the additions showed just why they're here. I think they'll all get better once they get to know each other. But I really liked the way they ran the ball, and I liked a lot of our defence as well. We had to do a lot of defending today on our goal line, and most parts of it was pretty good. Showed some good desperation. We'll get better, but encouraging, very encouraging.